Hello again, I am Jimbo. Welcome back to another episode of City Skylines PS4 edition, and we're back on some more Jimsville here. And we are marching towards a 65,000 population, and that milestone, as you can see when we get it, will give us the plane and the airport. And then all that's left after that is 80,000, which will give us, our final tile, monuments, and the international airport. So we're making some really good progress. As you can see, things have changed a little bit. There's quite a few dead people popping around. This is actually a lot less than it was earlier. I started making some changes to try and boost the population a little bit and suffered a massive death wave where a load of the population just started dying from old age. Chellington was particularly badly hit, as was Canto as well. A huge number of people dead in Canto. That's now coming down. Had a lot of businesses go and houses become abandoned, simply because of the sheer number of people that were dead. There's another one just there. Let's get rid of that. And one over there as well. But as you can see, we're rebounding now. You know, the population is starting to go back up again. It dropped down to around about 60,000, having been getting up to around 63,000. But I'm going to show you some of the changes that I've made to try and improve things a little bit. So a little bit more zoning of office stuff just over here, as you can see. Not much else has changed apart from fitting in a couple of gaps that we had over by some areas of Kanto. Over here in Johto, I've added in a second strip of farmland here, as you can see. So we've got this long field here with a few little farm buildings dotted around on it. Over here, I've also... Oh, there we go. We've hit 65,000. We have unlocked the airport. Fantastic. As you can see over here, I've added an extra little sort of residential area on the back here. This house is now complaining an awful lot about noise. So I'm going to remove this house and dezone it completely. So I need to go to select and just take that out completely. Stop it from zoning in. I'm going to take that house out as well and dezone that. There we go. So we're just going to have the one farmhouse kind of separated away from everything else so there's no real noise. What else have I done over here? Kind of added in some more zoning a little bit around the station. Just added in some office and some commercial, as you can see, and also expanded the residential just a little bit more as well to add a few more people into this area over here. Moving over to our new unnamed town as yet. As you can see, I've made quite a bit of an expansion up here by the station, put in some office blocking, a little bit more sort of commercial. I'm actually going to very quickly just take that bit out. Just there. So let's just remove that and make that commercial. So you can see, obviously, I've added office in here, put offices inside the roundabout, and actually made the roundabout have those grass verges so nobody can park alongside it. Then added a residential sector over here. I've also, rezoned some of this stuff over here, just added this little bit of zoning in here. And then we had a lot of stuff over here that was not yet zoned. That's been added in around here and around here. That's all been zoned in as well. And then over in Chellington, this is where the biggest changes have come. As you can see, I've expanded over here a little bit. I've also increased the size of this roundabout and made it 6 lanes to try and improve traffic flow a little bit. I say this was all done mainly just to boost the population up to 65,000, ready for the next stage of our building. And also, just over here, what I've done is added a little slip road running between the lanes and connecting to our bridge over here to try and help ease a little bit of the traffic on this junction here. So any buses in particular, you'll see that some of the buses will still feed into Channington, but the buses that are due to go to West Coast, the blue line in particular, here it comes one now, will now peel off here along with any additional residential traffic as well, and then turn into into the West Coast area by going over here. We've added in some offices along here as well, just to again try and fill some of that need for industrial work. And here is the west coast itself. This has remained pretty much completely untouched. Very little has been done over here. Chellington is now really ridiculously busy all the time. It's certainly very, very flawed. It can't cope with this amount of traffic. We're getting horrendously long queues constantly. I tried to expand the roads a little bit here on these junctions by making little two-lane additions. This one I ran two-lane all the way down to here because this is obviously where some buses can go, although that has now rerouted a couple of the buses with that little slip road I put in. And all of these junctions along here I've tried to just expand a little bit just to make the flowing onto this road a little bit better, but it's still way too busy on these roads. So all of this will eventually get ripped up. And that brings me over to here. As you can see, I've laid down a basic framework for our next large city expansion, and I put in just a little bit of a feeder road over here again just to allow traffic to move into this area here. Now that that's done, I can actually take this section out completely. So just rip all this up. Oh, actually no, I don't want that road taking out. Like so. It's this bit I want to take off. So I added in, you know, little branched off extra slip roads. We're just going to take those off completely. Like that. There we go. So we have a basic framework here for where our city is going to be. And there's potential to maybe do a sort of a curved section around there. I don't want to link into this industrial. I want to keep that kind of separate for now. But maybe in the future we can actually link that industrial area into this part of the city as well. And there's still scope for a lot of stuff around here as well. And also I'm going to be putting in some stations which will kind of feed into the city as well. So the stations may end up somewhere here, kind of in the middle. And I'm actually, because we can't do main sort of big stations with multiple branches all going in at once, because that's part of the mass transit pack on PC and we don't have that on console yet. What I'm going to do is put two stations back to back, or side by side as I should say, and have the rails kind of converging on each other that way. So let's see, let's take a look at this airport that we just unlocked. I haven't seen this yet. I haven't really played about with planes at all. So 150,000, they're quite pricey. How big are they? This is the standard airport. The other airport is the international airport, which is sort of the L-shaped airport. Where can I put an airport? How about, is there somewhere over here? I've had an interesting little idea. Let me go to roads and go underground. I wonder if this will work. If I go down like this. I just want to get an airport in there just so I can see it in action. So let's bring the airport out over here. Let's do that to there, and then bring that back up to the surface. There we go. And now we can put an airport in just here. This could be kind of cool. I say I just want to see it in action to start with. I need to make sure I've got water and power. I've got power. I've got water. Let's get some power over there. That's easy enough to do. Just I'll do it from here actually, on the edge of the road. There we go. We have power. Now I'm guessing that we get the chance to actually set flight routes as well. Let's take a look at that. Oh no, we don't, but we do have the international airport there. So can we maybe I would need a second airport, and planes would then automatically just fly between the two airports. So if that's the case, let's stick another airport over here as a test. I just want to see if this actually does anything. So I haven't played about with airports before, so I really don't know what to expect. But let's drop a line in there. Let's stick another airport in just here. Slope is too steep. Okay, if that's the case then, let's try something a little bit different. Let's bring the road down here instead, and then go like that. Again, slope is too steep. Alright, so I need to find somewhere else for my airport. What about over here, perhaps? Yeah, that could work. Alright, let's try doing this. Let's bring a split coming off here. All the way sort of down here like that. And then I need somewhere to loop it back onto for an off-ramp. Can I go underneath? No, not there. Well, let's see if we can actually place the airport first of all. Slope is too steep again. Wow, it's really picky about where it's letting me place this. Alright, let's try... along here. See, now I don't have enough clearance because of that road. Let's try again. Slope is too steep. Wow, this thing is really, really, really picky. Alright, so that's something interesting to know, is just how fussy this is. And you can see here, look, you know, obviously the population is still going up with all the houses over here kind of expanding a little bit and all that extra traffic. It's just way too busy. It all needs ripping up over here, and we will definitely do that. But as I say, for now, I want to concentrate on this kind of area first. Where else can I try putting an airport in? Do I have flattish ground over here? Oh no, that's very hilly over here, isn't it? See, there, along there would be perfect. But I don't really want to drop an airport in just there. It's a little big to kind of stick right next to these guys. That would actually just destroy the land value over there. Where else can I put an airport? What about over here? All right, let's try over here. So I want to try and get this all connected up if I can. Let's bring a road down like that. Let's bring it all the way across like that. They're not happy because they're going to have a road right behind them. Well, tough. Yes, excellent. I can get an airport in over here. So let's get the airport sort of there, like that. Look at that wave of happiness just shooting across there if we have a new transport link. Let's get that connected up over here as well. So let's bring a road down there like that. And also bring a road down there like that. And Let's bring a road down here as well. So let's cut through there. Create another transport link. And I need to get this plumbed in. So water. Let's put that down a little bit more. That should do it. Excellent, we have power. That's good. So now I just need to kind of sit and wait, I suppose. Have we got any activity on this airport over here? Oh. Well, someone came out over there. I didn't see what that car was. Let's wait for it to come out here and see if it was, you know, just a garbage truck or if it was an actual vehicle. It was a garbage truck. Of course it was. Okay, so as yet we have no planes. Just looking to see if I'm missing anything. Doesn't look like it. Maybe that's just too short of a journey for a plane. And they're complaining about noise now, look. I was expecting that. I mean, this is not going to stay here. This is just, as I say, as a test. I want to see if I can actually get some planes moving, coming in and out. So I'm going to kind of just pause for a little while and just keep watching the airport and see if anything actually does try and land here. And if it does, obviously, I'll come back to you as soon as I see a plane in the air. Well, there we go. We have planes. Not many at the moment. You can see one in the distance there, heading into our other airport. I don't know if they're commuting between airports or not. Let's see if we can track that plane. See whether it goes away and comes over to this one. It's disappeared right now. So my guess is probably not. I think it's just people coming in by airplane. I don't want to get too far away because I want to be able to make sure I see the planes. Oh, there's another plane coming in, look. And it just kind of looped up into the air and disappeared again. That was a bit bizarre. But we have planes. We have actual working planes on our map, which is kind of cool. I was a little concerned that maybe we wouldn't actually see the planes coming in. Here's another one coming in. Let's see if I can actually inspect the plane. Got 13 passengers on that plane. Oh, no, it's disappeared. I would like to see a plane taking off. And there you can see the passengers flying, you know, I say flying off, driving off from the airport. They are really unhappy about the noise. Oh, here we've got a plane taking off. Let's follow this plane with the 14 of the 200 capacity. Oh, that's really, really poor. You can see we're paying a fortune for this, but you know, yeah, we can live with that. Let's see where this plane goes. Oh no, that was one coming in. Haven't seen a plane take off. So maybe these are just internal only. Like when we have stations to start with, you know, all we get is just trains coming in. You know, those red trains. Maybe that's just how airports work. Maybe we can't... It certainly doesn't appear, at least at the moment, doesn't appear to be a way that we can choose what goes where. I thought I saw a plane in the distance coming in over there then. Oh, there's a plane coming in. And immediately taking off again. It's just taxiing straight through the runway. That's odd. Again, we've got no other planes kind of moving in at all. Here's another one landing. And that one is dropping off. Okay. So there's one coming in and taxiing around and disappearing. Let's just take out that airport because it's obviously not needed. It's costing us an absolute fortune to run. We'll take these roads out as well just to cheer these miserable people up a little bit more. There we go. They're all much, much happier now. But yeah, we have a working airport, which is kind of cool. We are still going to pay a lot of money in terms of upkeep. I mean, let's see, how much does this thing cost us? $4,800 a week in upkeep costs. That's quite expensive. But we'll hang on to it for now. We serviced 5 passengers last week. A mighty 5 passengers. So, yeah, that needs to really, really redeem itself. But we'll leave it there and just see what happens. It's an extra transport link, so maybe we'll get people coming in from the outside, maybe we won't. Maybe we need an international airport for that. But I wouldn't have thought so. Guessing the international airport is just good for tourists. This would be a great place if we could get one in to have an airport to service this area. It would probably make more sense to have an airport over here. Let's see if we can do that. Let's see if we can relocate the airport over here, where it would make more financial sense, be more financially viable. Let's bring a road down like that, and then just run that across like that. Let's see if we can actually just relocate that airport. Ooh. There we go. Oh, it's going to cost us $30,000 to relocate it here. Wow, that's expensive. Alright, there it is. Airport is in. Let's take out that bit of roading. Put in some power, like so. And what we can do as well, just to make this a little bit more viable as an area as well, let's run some pipe so that we're covering all that zoning like that, and let's put in some hotels. So we want low density commercial. Actually, let's try high density. I haven't tried high density with this specialization before. So let's go to district tool. We're going to paint a little airport district like so. It's a little excessive, but let's go to specialization and let's make this tourism. So those buildings will immediately start to change. I'm genuinely curious as to whether we'll get even bigger hotels and casinos popping in, or whether it just stays the same regardless. So we've got a casino here, which is pretty much the same as the casinos that we had over here before we... Not over there, sorry. Over here, before we stripped them out. I think we still have 1 or 2 of them dotted around. There's a casino there, look. And that's the same size, and we've gone with high density, so it looks as though specialized seems to ignore the density type. Because these are exactly the same size as stuff that we normally see. They're really not that much bigger at all, if at all. So that's quite useful to know, that the density of the commercial that we put in is not affected by specialization. We don't need 2 of those right next to each other. Let's take that out. Let's take that one out. Oops. Damn it. Broke the road. So I need some more commercial to pop in over here now. Let's also go ahead and put in some taxis. Taxi stands. Let's get a taxi stand there. And another one there. Hey, we've got a plane coming in already. And we actually see this one taking off. Oh, look how wonky that runway is. And he's off and away. Beautiful. Let's see. Let's take that out as well. Let's get some slightly better power so before those businesses start to abandon. Just a temporary little connection in there. There we go. Let's also get a bus route in to service our airport. So let's come here and let's create a line here. What colour is this? Purple. No. Let's get something that's very different. I don't want to go bright pink. Yellow. I tend to like those for industrials. Light blue. Dark blue. Sort of a gold kind of colour. Maybe. Green. Sort of an orangey colour. Yeah, we'll go with that colour. We'll get that servicing our airport. I want the stop to be kind of there, don't I? Let's put a stop in here. And a stop there. There we go. And then just loop that back and complete that line. So we should have our new buses start pouring out of here. There's one. So I'm genuinely curious as to, you know, whether adding this route in is going to really improve our bus flow servicing, or our bus service flowing. See, they're all trying to get in, get in through the way of each other. We're making this road even busier by adding in yet another bus line. But it kind of needs to be done, really. So let's see, do we get much in the way of people using that bus service? I'm guessing probably not to start with. I'm going to follow the bus line anyway, even though there's hardly anybody on it. Just because I want to watch it hit the stops. So something I like to do every time I create a new bus line is just watch the route the first time I build it. There's quite a few people walking around, look. So yeah, hopefully we can actually start improving this service. There's a couple of people kind of just hanging around. I wonder if are they waiting for someone to pick them up? I'm guessing they are. There's no taxis parked up here yet. How many taxis do I have in this district? I've got 2. Do I really... Let's add a third one over here, I think. Let's see, where can I put that? Let's put it over here. Let's add another taxi business. I'll plonk that just there. No water? Well, there was water over here. Oh, it's just outside, look. Well, that sucks. There we go, problem solved. So we get a load of taxis flooding out. Now I'm hoping that some of these are just going to go and immediately park up in these taxi stands over here. And now you can see we are starting to get people waiting at this bus stop. Excellent. So we are getting some good, you know, bus use there. And by having 2 separate stops, It's gives me a better indication of how many people are actually using the airport here. You can see we have got just some people who looks like they're waiting for a significant other or someone to come and pick them up, a family member maybe. Here's a taxi coming along here. He's going to park up in the stands. No. Oh, load of people coming out of this. There goes another plane. So this airport is definitely busier over here. Passenger service last week, 0. So the week must have just changed. I'll keep an eye on that, because maybe I do need to have... Oh, no, there we go. 35 service last week. See if that changes at all. Nothing so far. I say I was really hoping that we would get some taxis parking up here, but nothing is happening so far. Here comes a cab. Is that dropping off, picking someone up? Picking someone up. So the taxis are busy. That's why nothing is parking up here. These are only for taxis that are not currently in use. It gives them a place where they can go and wait up until they get a job. We've got a couple more taxis coming in, no doubt to pick up some more people. There's one being picked up. That one must have dropped off a little bit earlier. So our little airport area is working quite nicely. I could put a little small roundabout in here. Let's do that. So let's pause. Let's let this traffic go through first of all. There we go. Now let's take this section of road out. Actually, I need to take that piece out and that piece out because I need this to create my my road junction. So I'm only going to build half-sized, a small roundabout, little half-size roundabout like this. There we go. So let's get a curved. Make my little mini roundabouts. Yeah, I'm breaking the power lines. I can put those back in. That's not a problem. Excellent. And now I can connect these roads back up. I've got that weird little glitch again, look. There we go. Take these bits out. I need to upgrade these roads to two-way traffic. Let's go with grass verges. Like that. And then let's make this road a little bit more glamorous as well. But, oh, that's cycle lanes. There we go, that's grass verges. Like so. There we go. Now I need to just reconnect that power line. And that's a problem. Okay, let's do it that way instead. And take that out completely. Beautiful. That'll help with traffic flow a little bit, I think. Doesn't need to be any bigger than that roundabout. It's just two-lane traffic. and there's not enough traffic going into the airport on a consistent basis yet to warrant making that, you know, a 3-lane roundabout. Although maybe it would help. I'll keep an eye on this roundabout, but everything seems to be okay. But yeah, we're pretty much out of time again already. We're whizzing through these episodes at the moment. So yeah, you haven't seen a lot in this one. I do apologise for that, but we have unlocked and experimented with airports, and that's great. You know, that we're actually, you know, finding out a little bit more about some of the transport options in the game. So next episode we will get on with really building over here. I was hoping to get started this episode, but kind of got distracted by a nice shiny new toy. So yeah, next episode we will really start building in this area and getting everything up and running, you know, over here, putting in some large residential blocks and some commercial blocks and some industrial, you know, office blocks, etc., etc. Oh, and as you can see, I also relocated these down here and moved the water pumps over here and added in a second power plant with a fire station, because one of my plants did actually catch fire at one point, and it took a little bit longer than was comfortable for an engine to get out here. Even though there's a fire station just over here somewhere, it was still a little bit squeaky bum time trying to get a fire engine out here before it blew, so it all burnt down. So I put a fire service in there as well. Thanks for the heads up to the viewer that suggested that to me. And as you can see, I added a second plant just to double up on our power situation. So that's it. That's the end of the kind of episode. We'll be back with some more City Skylines PS4 edition Jimsville very soon.